times, believe it or not, although I didn't want my wife to see it.
Tom James came there a couple times, filled in, helped out and everything. So
Sure.
yeah, you were on a strict no radio diet, but you snuck it in a little bit, didn't you?
And no TV either. So I didn't watch any TV. I had no idea. I was totally.
So you're going to go home and binge watch House of Cards now, aren't you?
Oh, I'll get that in.
Well, you watch the U.S. Open, and you watch Game 7.
And then pretty much that was it.
Okay.
Over.
So, but you did get to hang out, and I'm to understand you got to hang out and teach Terry Bradshaw a new card game.
He called me today. He said, tell me how to score that thing again. I don't have it quite down right.
He's already forgotten.
Called me last night twice. Now, do I add this? And how do I do that? Yeah, okay. He called me today. I'm not sure. What'd you say again? Tell me that. Yeah, Tammy, you were right. And I'll be seeing Mr. Bradshaw soon. And he says, we will be playing a lot of OL. I said, Terry, 12 hours is as long as I can go. I can't go much longer than that. He made
That's a marathon.
Made us play to midnight at his ranch. Oh. And he goes to bed at 8 o'clock at night usually. So there you go.
Well, you know, here's a funny story, Tom. So he sends back some fantastic meat from his farm. Terry does. Bradshaw does.
Okay.
Buddy gives me a couple of selections of it. Very good stuff. We've already had some spaghetti with the ground beef, Terry's own cattle and everything. Very good.
Right.
He sends Buddy this note. What'd he tell you, Buddy?
Which one?
He says, tell Fat Tom all that meat's not supposed to be eaten in one day.
That's it, yeah.
Did he tell you that after you had already eaten all the meat in one sitting?
No, he did say that. Yeah. We did a little tour of the farm video, and he had made a few references to Fat Tom. Fat Tom, this is over here and this is over there. So
I
he was
think,
thinking about you.
we're within about 20 pounds of each other now.
Okay, but he hasn't seen you in a while.
Well, he has
so
not.
he'd be
He
pleasantly
knows.
surprised,
Believe
right?
me, Miss Joni keeps him up to date.
Oh, I'm sure. Miss Joni is my ambassador to make sure Bradshaw knows that it came off and the weights come off in large amounts.
Pretty soon he can refer to you as Svelte Tom.
No. Now he's like, not so fat Tom.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. We had nobody cares about your vacation. That's take out pictures, but it was a good time. You know, guys know I've been kind of grinding for a couple of years now. Just to get out and get away, be with my grandkids was awesome. Taking my granddaughter around Castle Pines in a golf cart with Brendan, and stuff, and getting out to seeing Alexander, and then this last couple of days, my two granddaughters are down in Palm Beach. So
you got to see the whole Martin clan too.
So it was wonderful.
You went coast to coast and saw the Martin clan.
I did the bedtime stories. I did all of it. That was great.
Good for you. You went to them. All right.
I was doing Poppy. All right, it's time to do some football and time to talk about some football. Time now for the Knights of the Round Square Oblong, some kind of table. Let's just call it the Knights.
You still hadn't, in 2 weeks of vacation, you still hadn't figured out what
Let's
it
just
is.
say the Knights. With the Knights, okay?
Okay.
With some kind of table.
Knights at a squared round marble granite table.
There you go. People are getting tired of us making this reference, I'm sure, but we think we amuse ourselves easily, don't we?
We do.
We got let's crank this thing off. SEC Media Days coming up Monday. I'll be there for the opening gun. Michael Wayne speaks and second on Monday. And then it's time to talk serious about some football. So today we have challenged Tom Schmitz and Tom James and myself, Buddy Martin, to talk about these topics in a condensed version. What will be the most talked about subject at Media Days? Number one. Number two, what's going to be the most talked about team at SEC Media Days? Or topic, either one. Yeah. And what coach or what coaches will step up to fill the void left by Steve Spurrier, who will not be there for the first time in 12 seasons. So, and only the third time in 27 or whatever. So, this is the topics. I'll go first, unless somebody wants to go first.
Okay. Oh, you're back.
I'm back. I'm back. So I might as well go. Okay, so here's my deal. The most talked about team will be Alabama, okay? Alabama, because of the obvious fascination with Nick Saban and his success. Can Saban etch his face on Mount Rushmore permanently with a 5th national championship at Alabama and a 6th overall? Most people think the Tide is going to do it. They're kind of the consensus favorite for preseason polls, and so they're being talked about. We'll see. I think it might be a little bit short. And then I think the most talked about coach or topic is going to be Tennessee and Butch Jones. Butch Jones is at the fork in the road between a quantum leap and unemployment. One or the other here, you know?
Yeah, it's
Leaning towards
pretty safe to say.
unemployment.
Yeah, it could go either way. So are the Vols a pretender or a contender? And finally, I think it will take more than one to fill Steve Spurrier's shoes. I don't think there will be one guy, but I will surprise you. The guys I will say, Will Muschamp, not going to be him. He fills Spurrier's shoes, but not that way. But Hugh Freeze, who's still got a lot of explaining to do, and
A lot of explaining to do.
but he can kind of be funny a little bit occasionally, but he's going to talk. And then Les Miles, I'll surprise you. He can be quite humorous and colorful. So those are mine. That's what I'm expecting for SEC Media Days.
Okay, sounds good. Schmitty?
I you know, when talking about the story or the topic that I think may be the topic of media days, I think it's going to be the absence of Coach Spurrier. People are going to be talking up and down Radio Row about how Coach Spurrier is not there this year and that the comedy is gone. I think that's going to be a huge topic that they talk about is the lack of Coach Spurrier and the fact that his book is coming out. There's going to be some talk about that.
Let's
his
do
book's
that.
coming out. So, you know, I think
We
that'll
know a little something about that around here, don't we?
I think that'll be the topic of conversation. I think the team that will be the topic of conversation or the player will be the best player in the SEC, in my opinion, Leonard Fournette and the LSU Tigers.
Okay.
I think they're going to get a lot of talk because I think people are tired of Alabama and tired of them being on top, and they're looking for somebody to knock the bully off the block. And I think Leonard Fournette and the LSU Tigers will get a lot of run there as the team that can do that. And finally, the coach that I think will fill Steve Spurrier's shoes when he leaves, I'm with you, buddy. I don't think any one coach can do it. I think Les Miles is a good call because the Mad Hatters could be quite funny at times. But I'm going to go with the guy 30 miles up the road here in Gainesville. He's kind of got that how you doing, buddy attitude. Jim McElwain will go a long way in saying some pretty humorous things, I think, at SEC Media Days now that he's got his feet under him. So that's what I look for, Tom James.
Miles are that way also at that crossroads.
Absolutely. And I'll start with that particular topic about who fills Steve Spurrier's shoes? Of course, nobody. That takes a long time to develop that kind of cachet. But I'm going to pick one guy, and it's that guy. It's Jim McElwain. He, to me, is the yin to Nick Saban's Darth Vader yang, okay? Everybody's uptight when Saban's in the room. And when Jim McElwain walks in the room, everybody takes a deep breath, they smile, and he delivers lots, as we've seen, lots of great quotes. So I think Jim McElwain is just the guy to fill the void, at least in the quote meister category at SEC.
Clarabelle may play quarterback.
I absolutely love it. As far as topics, I have a feeling that Jim Harbaugh's name is going to come up an awful lot with the satellite camps, the spring in Florida. Maybe that will never happen again, but it did happen. There's going to be some opinions on that bantied about, I'm sure. And the most talked about teams, I've got two of them, a tie. It's going to be Tennessee and Georgia. Tennessee, obviously, because the talent is there with Josh Dobbs at quarterback, Jalen Hurd, a great running back, ran for 1,200 yards last year. The expectations are high, and they better get it done or things could go south in a hurry in Knoxville. And, of course, Georgia with new head coach Kirby Smart. Is there going to be a new spark in Athens? Can he add that little bit of extra to help Georgia win big games now and reach the top?
Georgia fans think that they're going to be national champions every year, okay?
Yes, they do. Of course they
A bit
do.
of bad news, though. It's, again, the injury bug. Sony Michel, running back, injured. They've got that. That happen to him every year. They're one of the key players. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. Can he be a head coach? We'll find out.
Absolutely. And I think, obviously I ignored Alabama and I ignored Leonard Fournette. Those are obvious. But some of those other things are definitely going to come up.
No. All right, guys. Good job. It's here. SEC Media Days.
Excited.
That means it's
Football
coming.
season.
Let's
Love
bring
it.
some football. Start the countdown officially, and we'll talk more about that every week. And, of course, don't forget, always pick up on us here on Southern Pigskin tonight. So stay tuned for that as well. All right, thanks to Tom Schmitz, Tom James. I'm Buddy Martin. We're the Knights and Some Kind of Table. We hope you've enjoyed this round, square, oblong table. We have. We'll see you again next week, same time, same station. All right, coming up next, we'll take a little break here, and we'll come on the other side. Joe Williams, the irascible one from Denver, will join us at some point in the next half hour. And by the way, Tom James, I haven't heard you weigh in yet on the blockbuster news about Kevin Durant, so we'll get your take on that as well. Right here on the Voice of Ocala, Monday Martin Sports page. So
1370 AM, 96.3 FM. We're live and local.
On the Source.